then they would definitely have a big problem with the fact that I'm a fan of lolly drawings. This is Shauna. You're looking at this girl. You might, if you're a pervert, you're probably transposing like a real child, right? Because you think this is probably a child because you're fucking retarded.
Now, what Pantsu's doing here is trying to say that your eyes are faulty. You need to go to Specsavers. You are blind, you might as well be. You might as well be Geordie LaForge without his fucking visor or some shit. Because what you're seeing here is a perfectly innocent, I think she even uses the word wholesome drawing. And you'll hear the defense that many like Gator, many like Josh in the past, all of these faggots that defend this stuff, you will hear the defense of, look, it's a drawing, it's made on paper, it has no nose, right? And what I'm going to counter that with, just before she gets into her copes, is that, sure, granted, no nose. It's not a lifelike representation, really, is it? But what it is a hypersexualized drawing of a child. That's what it is, plain and simple. And all of the body parts that are there are hypersexualized. So we'll listen to Pantsu's cope and unpack.
Fucking retarded. Onto this drawing, you're like, oh, that looks like a little girl. Now,
It does.
Look closer. Look closer.
Right, so let's look closer.
I noticed that she doesn't have a fucking nose.
She doesn't have a nose, right? But what she does have is this going on. It's almost as though the point of the picture wasn't to draw a nose or anything like that. It was literally just to get straight down to business. Straight down to business to appease the pedophiles that enjoy that. It's almost as though it was like skipping to the chase or some shit. Now, you might have noticed that this is something that we've seen before. That image I have seen before, and only in one other context. I'm going to remind you what that context was. I'm going to remind you who was wearing that as their avatar, and I'm going to just let that sink in. Let's cast our minds back to the wonderful world of John Michael Kelly. Now, John Michael Kelly mounted exactly this same defense. For a start, right, I don't know why you've decided to put this weird, sort of filthy, grubby cartoon as the thumbnail for the stream. John Michael Kelly trooned out. Space year 2023, guy's living like an animal. Goes by the name Jeanette Michael Kelly or some shit. And you know what that image was? It was apparent to me that image was a window into John's soul. Because whilst he might have had somewhat correct takes, those correct takes came from a really perverted sick fuck. And of course, the more things change, the more they stay the same. We have another window into someone, so it's the same image, folks. And it's showing us exactly what this person is.